Hello, my dear children. I miss you so much. Good afternoon. Let me hope you're doing well and you're keeping yourself safe from this COVID-19. You are most welcome to our lesson number 3, science lesson. Remember, we are continuing with the topic called immunity and immunization, and we are continuing with the subtopic of childhood immunizable diseases. My name is Teacher Moses Chivicho. To start with, here we have a table, and I want you to look at that table. That table has a column for disease, has a column for vaccine, and there's a column for body site, mode of administration, and then the age. Remember that in the last lesson we talked about the example of childhood immunizable diseases and other diseases. Here today, I just want to talk about the childhood immunizable diseases in details. We want to look at the disease, we look at the vaccine against the disease, the body site on the body of a child, where do they inject or where do they put the vaccine, how is that vaccine put into the body, and at what age is the vaccine given. Now, look at the first one, polio. Remember, polio is the short form of the word poliomyelitis. And I said polio is a childhood immunizable disease. The vaccine for polio is called polio vaccine. This polio vaccine, when they are immunizing a child, the vaccine is put into the mouth. Remember, we looked about 2 ways the vaccines are put into the body. We said there is oral administration and there is injection. Now, polio vaccine is one of the vaccines that are put into the body of a person orally. So the mode of administration of that vaccine is oral administration. At what age is this polio vaccine given? We are seeing there 2 parts. We have at birth, at 6 weeks, and also at 12 weeks. Polio is one of the diseases that are immunized against at birth. Once the child is born, on the first day the child is born, before even they dismiss the mother of the child and the child, him or herself, they have to immunize against polio on that same day before the child goes home. So, polio is a disease immunized at birth. I want you to look at tuberculosis. Tuberculosis vaccine is called BCG vaccine. BCG vaccine. B stands for bacille, C for calment, and G for gerine. Calment and gerine are the 2 scientists who discovered this vaccine. B, which is bacille, is a type of a germ, bacteria. Type of bacteria that cause that disease called tuberculosis. There are 4 types of bacteria, where we have bacille, we have cocci, we have spirochete, and many others. Now, the type of bacteria that is responsible for this is the bacille. That's why B stands for bacille, which is representing bacteria, C, calment, which is a name of a scientist, and then gerine, which is also a name of a scientist. And these are the 2 scientists who discovered BCG vaccine. Where is BCG vaccine put? On the body of a baby or a person, on the right upper arm. Right upper arm. In the next few hours, we are going to see which one's the right arm and which one's the left arm on the screen. How is this vaccine given? The vaccine is given through injection. Through injection. So the vaccine is given through injection. At what age is the vaccine given? Tuberculosis is immunized against using BCG vaccine at birth. when they are giving the polio vaccine, they also give the BCG vaccine. We shall give the reasons why polio vaccine and BCG vaccines are given at birth. And probably we can say it. You know, when children are born, they are born without any immunity against these two diseases. Children are born without any immunity against polio, and children are born without any immunity to fight against tuberculosis. So we inject and we give this polio vaccine orally in the way that we want to help these children's immunity to fight against these diseases. So polio vaccine is given to boost on the child's immunity to fight against polio, because children are born without any immunity against polio at birth. And then BCG vaccine is given to prevent babies from getting tuberculosis at birth, because children are born without any immunity to fight against tuberculosis. And number 3, as a childhood deficiency disease, childhood immunizable disease, we have diphtheria. Diphtheria, its vaccine is called DPT vaccine. DPT vaccine, and DPT stands for diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. Diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. Where is this vaccine given? This vaccine is given on the left upper thigh. Left upper thigh. Here on the thigh. The other one's arm. Here is the thigh. The thigh is on the leg. The arm is on the hand. And how is it given? Through injection. At what age? At 6 weeks. Then, my beloved children, we can go to the next page where we have the pertussis. This pertussis, we can also call it whooping cough. Whooping cough, its vaccine is DPT. Remember, the other one is diphtheria, we have finished it. Now the P stands for pertussis. That's why the vaccine still remains DPT vaccine. Where is it given? On the same spot, left upper thigh. How? Injection. At what age? 6 weeks. Like the other one of diphtheria. Then we have tetanus. Tetanus, the correct spelling is tetanus. It is the DPT vaccine still, where T stands for tetanus. So it remains the same vaccine. Where is it given? Left upper thigh, still like the other two. And then the injection, which is the mode of administration, at what age? At 6 weeks. It means that DPT vaccine is immunized against 3 childhood killer diseases. Do you know them, my beloved child? Yes, I think now at the moment you know these diseases. Can we mention them? We have diphtheria, pertussis, which you can call whooping cough, and tetanus. And all of them are immunized on one spot. It means they give the vaccine once, but is immunized against 3 diseases. They give the vaccine once to the child at 6 weeks, but that vaccine prevents the child's body against the 3 killer diseases, which are diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. Then, here we have now the hepatitis B. Hepatitis B is a disease of the liver. It makes the liver swell, and when you get this disease, when you have not been immunized against, there is no cure. So you have to be very careful. No cure for hepatitis B. They can only control the symptoms. What is the vaccine for hepatitis B, which is caused by a virus? The vaccine is Hep B vaccine. Hep B vaccine. Where is it put? On the left upper thigh. How? Through injection. At what age? At 6 weeks and above. Why am I saying at 6 weeks and above? That means that even when you are an adult, you can get this vaccine. For me, I personally got the vaccine in 2014. So my dose is done. Mark you that this hepatitis B is a very dangerous disease. It's like HIV, it has no cure. You have to remember that. Okay, and number two, also what you should know is that all children who were born from 2000, all children who were born from 2000 were immunized against this disease. So don't worry, at your age, you're already immunized against hepatitis B. Then we have another disease called hemophilia influenza B. We have another childhood immunisable disease called hemophilia influenza B. Its vaccine is called Hep B vaccine. Hep B vaccine. Hep stands for hemophilia influenza B vaccine. Then where is it immunized against? Where? On the left upper thigh. On the left upper thigh. How? Through injection. At what age? At 6 weeks and above. Also, you can get this vaccine when you're an adult. And then the last one, which is so interesting, is the measles. The measles. The vaccine, you just write measles and you put there the word vaccine. When you write measles alone and you don't put there the word vaccine, you'll be meaning the disease. But when you put there the vaccine, you'll be meaning the vaccine. So the vaccine for measles is called measles vaccine. Where is it put? On the left upper arm. The left upper arm. Through which mode of administration? Through injection. That's how it is put into the body. Through injection. At what age? At 9 months. A child has to finish 9 months before they immunize this child against measles. Remember here, a child is born with some immunity to fight against measles that last up to 9 months. That's why we immunize children against measles at 9 months. Children or babies are born with some immunity to fight against measles that last up to 9 months. That means after 9 months, the babies will not have any immunity to fight against measles. So the immunity which they are born with starts from the 0 year they have up to the 9 months. When the 9 months reach like this, the babies will not have any immunity to fight against measles. That's why we give babies the vaccine for measles at 9 months to now boost on their immunity to fight the measles in the rest of their life. And that's why the measles is given at 9 months. Why? Babies are born with some immunity against measles that last up to 9 months. That means beyond 9 months, the baby will not have any immunity. My beloved children, I want you to look at this one now. We have been talking about vaccines, their diseases, and many others. And I told you in the couple of few minutes, we shall be looking at which one's the left part and which one is the right part on the screen. It can be on the paper. So here you have to be very careful. Let us talk now about the body immunization sites. We want to see which hand is the left, which side is the right. Now, look at my baby Ndunya. My baby Ndunya is there. I love that child. Now, that child has 2 hands and 2 legs, the limbs and the hands. But this side, which you're seeing, are you seeing how my hand is moving? For me, that hand which is moving is on the right. This is my right hand. Now, can you tell me the right part of the baby? Yes, that side. This side, this side, this side. Are you seeing that side? That's the right part. And then this is my left hand. So, all parts which are on this side of the baby are on the left, and all the parts which are on this side of the baby are on the right. Remember, for you, when you're facing the peak, it is the opposite. It's the opposite. Now look, my hand is here, this is my right. But now, for you, you may think it's the left. No, that is not the left. This is my right hand, and this is my left hand. So they are different. Okay. Now, I want you to look at the body site number 1. We can name it A. Does everybody know that part, that body site? How could we call it? Yes, we can call it mouth. We can call it mouth. And then we have the side B. I think that side B, how can we call it? That is now the right upper arm. The right upper arm. B is the right upper arm. Then we have the C. Have you seen where my arrow is? So the C is now the left upper arm. The left upper arm. Here. This is the right upper arm. This is the left upper arm. And then we have D, which is now the left upper thigh. The left upper thigh. Then we have E, which is the right upper thigh. The right upper thigh. So my beloved children, how many body sites do we have where they put the vaccines? We have A, B, C, D, and E. Those are the 5 places. Why do they put in those 5 places? The doctors always look for some good muscles where the vaccines can be put. Vaccines are not just put anywhere, but they look for the muscles. Which muscles have numerous number of blood capillaries that will transport this medicine or the vaccine all over the body. That's why they look for those muscles. Okay, now here we have a question. Name the body sites marked A to E. We have been talking about them. You are going to answer, you write that question in your class workbook. Probably if you've finished copying the notes, you write in your homework book or a revision book. And then you are going to answer that question. Name the body sites marked A to E. And also you can write this one. You can give a vaccine that is immunized against through sites A, B, C, D, and E. The vaccines which are immunized, which are given through. The vaccines which are given through, that's the question. Name the vaccine which is given through A, B, C, and D. You are going also to write that question. Okay. My beloved children, here we have an activity which I want you also to copy in the notes, in the books, and then you answer them correctly. So we have question number 1, name 2 diseases which are immunized at birth. We have talked about them. How is BCG vaccine administered into the body? You know, because we talked about it. Which vaccine is given against 3 childhood killer diseases? We talked about that vaccine that is immunized at once, but against 3 childhood killer diseases. Why is DPT vaccine called a triple vaccine? Why is it called triple? Triple means 3. Why is it called triple? You will answer that. Why is BCG vaccine given to babies at birth? I explained that in my audio, visual audio. So you are going to answer that. Listen to the audio and answer those such questions. Give the reason why measles vaccine is administered to babies at the age of 9 months. Why 9 months? Not 2, not 3, not 5, not 10, not 2 years, but at 9 months. Why? So I explained that also. Thank you very much for listening to me. Let me think that you're doing well. Let me think you're taking this work seriously, because this is your future. You are saving for your future. So don't take learning for granted. Be a child that listens to your parents, adhere to their calls, to their advice, and make sure you learn what we tell you. I wish you the best of the day, and let me think the weekend will be good for you. May the Lord bless you so much. I love you and I miss you. Keep home and keep safe.